Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of PolyNerdic Playtest. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I felt this game deserved a quick look, and that is Night in the Woods. It is this really bizarre, interesting game that's done in a style that's kind of similar to like the Richard Scarry books that a lot of kids read growing up, myself included. And that it's got this world that contains a bunch of anthropomorphic animals. For those of you that understand what that means, animal people, and they live normal lives, job, school, stuff like that. May, there on the right, is the main character of the game. She has just flunked out of college and returned home, and that's largely what the game is about. It's about her reconnecting with people, having conversations with her family and friends, seeing how much her little small Rust Belt town has changed, but hasn't really changed in the way that small towns really do. If you're from a small town, you understand what I'm talking about, where you can leave and things will quote unquote change, but really they kind of stay the same, yet still manage to be different if you follow. Um, the whole game is kind of like a graphic novel almost. It focuses a lot on conversation and story building. There's some action sequence from what I understand, some like platforming type segments, and weird little quasi puzzly pieces where you gotta figure out like how to get the janitor a soda at the beginning. It's real simple stuff. It's not exactly hard. You explore the environment, you look at things, you get their little backstories, little comments about it, and that's the entire game for what I've seen so far. I know there's a bit of a like an undertone or of something shady going on, a bit of a mystery to the game. I can't spoil it for you because I haven't played that far into it myself. I was going to start going deeper into this game today, but then Horizon Zero Dawn came out, and now I'm installing it, and it'll probably eat up most of my time. But this game is definitely worth a look if you like the sort of narrative-driven, digital comic book, graphic novel kind of thing. That's definitely the vibe this game strikes. It's got a kind of a dark sense of humor to it, and like I said, I know there is later on in the game a bit of intrigue, a bit of mystery into what's going on in the town, and it's just stuff I haven't yet experienced myself. It's just stuff I've heard and read. As you see, this is the very beginning of the game. By the way, it's she's literally just came home. If you were paying attention to the conversation with her dad, you start the game in the bus stop. You walk through town, and the only other characters you meet at the beginning are the janitor at the bus stop, and then you're introduced to her aunt, who she calls all that in the conversation with her father. You get a little insight into some character stuff. Her grandfather gave her creative, scary stories. And her mother reads true crime stuff, which you'll see here. And then her dad seems to be into like birds and whatnot, and mice. Which is funny, them being cats. That I guess that's fitting. Introduced you to her mother real quick. See, she hasn't really revealed to her parents that she's failed out. So you get your occasional bit of branching dialogue choices. So it's a very conversation heavy game, so if you can't stomach a lot of dialogue, which I know there are those of you out there that are like that, and you need your Twitch Call of Duty action type stuff, rapid fire killing things, this is not your game. Also, if you can't stand the art style, it's going for a very specific look, and I know it's not the sort of art style that a lot of people would enjoy, or some people would not enjoy. See, they're talking about their the food donkey went out. I understand what that's like. I live in a town where the only grocery store went out. All we have now is convenience stores and gas stations and like little corner stores, little mom and pop corner stores. You have to travel a town or two over in a couple different directions to get to a grocery store. It sucks. I also live in a train town, which is kind of where they live, and I'm as far as I know, I'm outside the Rust Belt. I've never considered Southern Ohio part of the Rust Belt. I could be wrong. And for those of you that are wondering why I'm playing this instead of Horizon Zero Dawn, since I was so stoked for Horizon to come out, it's still uploading a patch or whatever, an update, whatever you want to call it. I installed it, went to bed, got up. The installation's done, but now it's like unpacking things or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to describe what it's doing. As I said earlier, very beginning of the game, part 1. We'll get a look at the town real quick, and then I'll wrap up this quick look play test. I'm sorry, forgot my own branding. Nope, I didn't want to go back inside. That was a mistake. Let's go back outside again. See, it's got, like I said, it's got a very distinct art style. All the animal people, I was not expecting to be able to stand on the mailbox. I kind of have the feeling they are here in Ohio, because that's it is very much what it's like here in Ohio at this time of the year, or at fall, not the time we're in now. Obviously spring. What? All the kids. But this is the game. You walk around, you talk to people, you have your little conversations, you learn things about the town, you learn things about the history of people in the town. Burn down. Let's be sarcastic. Can I jump on this one? Yep, that one too. Yeah, very cat-like of her. She balances on things. You could walk on the power lines if you get up there. And like I said, this is the game. It's very narrative-driven. It's all about the story, the interactions with the characters, their conversations, and the things that happen to them. And it's got this cutesy look. Going back to, like I said, about it being kind of like a Richard Scarry book, but not for kids. It's definitely got an older vibe to it, especially with some of the things I've heard come up later in the game. And oh, I was reading that conversation. My apologies. and that is, excuse me for the clear of my throat. And that's about it for the game too. Like it's. I haven't seen deep enough in to let you know what happens, what kind of action comes up, what kind of sequences there are, but I think if you like interactive graphic novels, if you like heavy narrative games, kind of like the Telltale series, or maybe even Oxenfree, give this game a look. It's $20. It's on PSN and PC, Steam situation. Not on Xbox One yet. Who knows? Maybe it'll come out. I've seen plenty of PlayStation exclusives pop up on the Xbox down the road. But if you have the means to check it out and are interested, I definitely suggest it. It's an interesting thing, and if you've got the $20 to spend, why not give it a look? That is, of course, if you're not tied up in other bigger releases like Horizon Zero Dawn, and if you're a Nintendo person, Breath of the Wild's right around the corner too. A lot of good stuff coming out here in March. It's kind of weird, but if you have time for it and the inclination, definitely check out Night in the Woods. It's an interesting little piece of work. I understand it's about 5-6 hours long, depending on how quickly you run through things. If you explore around a bit, obviously it takes longer, or it may take longer. But I'm done rambling. This has been PolyNerdic Playtest Night in the Woods. Check this game out. I think you'll enjoy it if you like narrative-driven, interactive graphic novel style things. And I'm going to dive into this further while I cook my dinner tonight, and I will probably be back a little bit later with the opening moments of Horizon Zero Dawn. I might check it out off stream though, just for the sake of fully immersing myself in it without having to babble. But that's enough of my rambling. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time here on YouTube. And make sure you check out twitch.tv/PolyNerdic. No more _SY, just twitch.tv/PolyNerdic for the live streams. Follow me on Twitter @PolyNerdic. Give the Facebook page a like. It's also PolyNerdic. And since you're watching this on YouTube, I'm hoping you just hit that subscribe and like button down there in the corner. It'd be appreciated. I appreciate your viewership. Thanks for watching.